Liking it. And I think this is a big part of what really messed me up. I'm gonna undo this area. I'm gonna fix that. We gotta repaint all that. That's not working for me. It looks like crap. Farm entrance here. This is Griffin, Indiana. That is the farm. What's going on, guys? Prestige here, and today I'm gonna be bringing you guys a video. It is technically my first YouTube video that I'm really going to try to put some effort into. I've made videos before, but I didn't really do a lot of, put a lot of effort into them. So what I want to do is I want to start a series, and we'll be making several videos in the future like this one, where basically we go to different farm sim maps and we build farms with unlimited money and no time limit. In the past, I've did similar things where we had, I believe, like a 5-minute timer with unlimited money. We had to do it in 5 minutes, build everything we could. And that was it went pretty well. It was fun. But now, unlimited time, I've always got people telling me that I'm so good at building farms, I should make my own map. So it gave me the idea just yesterday. Somebody said it in chat, and I was like, let's just make a farm. And let's just do a video series on YouTube where we go to all these different maps and we just build a farm on these maps. So today, we're starting off this series by building a farm on Griffin, Indiana. Right now, that's a super popular map. If you got a map that you want to see me build a farm on, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It's free and it helps me out a lot. Let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, we're at the menu. This is my current save. We're actually not going to mess with that. That's what I do with my live streams. So we're going to go over here and start a new one. We're going to start on farm manager mode. I don't want anything to be placed on this map already. So we're going to go ahead and activate all of the mods we have. I went just before I started this video. I added all kinds of stuff to my mods folder. All kinds of buildings, silos, animals, anything I could find that might be good for decorating and building a farm. So we're going to hopefully do everything and anything we can, and hopefully we'll have a good-looking farm at the end of this thing. Y'all stick around. Stay tuned. Fast forward if you want to, but just, enjoy the video. First things first, let's go ahead and add money. We're going to, like I said, unlimited money, so we're going to add everything it'll let us add, and then we will be able to build whatever we want. Let's fly around the map super fast, figure out where we want our farm to be. Let's go turn on flight mode. Hop up in the air and figure out where do we want our farm to be at. Obviously, we have the main farm area, which is up here. And I've thought about maybe that's where we will go with ours. That's probably gonna be where we end up, but I've never taken the time to just hop up in the air real quick and check out all the different farms and see where we could go with it. This isn't a bad area, but it's not big enough, so we're not gonna go there. We need a lot of farmland. We need a lot. So that's where the store is at. Obviously, is not going to be able to go there. We just don't have, this is a decent farm, but once again, just not enough area to do everything we want to do. In my current save, I turned this area into part of a farm. I got rid of that field, but you'd have to go watch my live streams for that. Honestly, up here is just the best area. We've already got a farm. We already got some land up here. We're going to delete everything that's already placed down out here and build it the way we want it. We're going to utilize this area across the road as well. So, I'll tell you what we might actually do. Let's actually use this area out here. Let's do that. We'll use this as a farm. And then maybe utilize this area over here. So, this will be the main farm over here. The bad thing is the ground is not very flat. The ground's not very flat over here, which is one thing I'm not a fan of about this area. But as part of this video, part of building farms is the ground management. How do you do it? What do you do? So that's part of, something that you might can learn by watching these videos as well, is how to fix the ground without it looking completely screwed up. I'm not great at it, but I've got a few tricks under my sleeve that can at least make it look like it was meant to be that way. Like, hey, this part of the ground's a little screwed up, but it's not, it's not too bad. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to open up the magical tools here. We need to go ahead and buy all of this land up here. So let's buy everything we need. I'm just gonna buy everything that's even close to the area here. Then we won't have to worry about it. All right, that should be plenty. That's okay. Let's buy 2 more. 2 more. All right, that should be good. Let's go ahead and get started now. I don't know. I've honestly got no idea at all how we're going to start this thing. I normally like to start my farms out with a silo. That's the first thing I like to place down anytime that I'm starting a new farm. I like to find a good silo that I want to use, and I build my farm around the silo. I don't know why I do that. It's just what I do. I'm kind of wondering if I should go ahead and level some of this land out before I bother trying to do anything. I think we probably should. Let's clear out these trees first before we place a silo. I think we're going to need to, because we're not. Sometimes if the ground is good enough, depending on what map I'm on, if the ground is good enough to do it, what I'll do is I will take this thing. Hey, there I am. Hey, Grandpa Prestige. Anyhow, sometimes I will take and flatten out the entire main farmland. I'll flatten out from this corner all the way to the other corner way back there. I'll flatten the whole dadgum place, and then we don't have to worry about anything with placeables. But this field, as you can see, is not going to be that simple. The terrain is all over the place. This pond up here is going to make that complicated as well, because if we flattened it from back here, the ground's going to go below that pond, and we can't do that. So, and I love the pond. I think it's a good addition to the farm. I want to keep it there. So maybe we could flatten from the location of the pond outward, but then it's going to leave a big cliff over here. So what we may have to do is we may have to flatten certain areas, place down what we want, and fix the ground around it, and then go wherever else we want to go. So let's start off. We're going to clear some of these trees. We're going to flatten this area where I would say is probably going to be the main part of the farm. Let's clear this area out real quick. Good thing I have the lumberjack mod, because it's going to help with this a little bit. We can just buy a chainsaw and knock all these bad boys down real fast like. Get rid of that. At least there's some trees that I've noticed on Griffin, Indiana that do not like to be cut. We may not be able to cut all of the trees, but we also have the T-Rex if we need it, in case this doesn't work. Knock out all these trees real fast. Cut that down. Cut that down. And all of those are out of the way now, so we don't have to worry about those. Let's jump back up off over to the road so we're out of the way and go back to construction mode. What I'm thinking I do, obviously this hill right here is too steep, so you don't want to mess with that. It's close to the road. You don't want to mess with this. We're going to go up towards the top of the hill area right here, and this is where we're going to flatten the ground some. So let's go ahead and break out the sculpting and go to level. We're going to make it all the way out, and we're also going to increase the strength of it as big as it'll get and as strong as it'll get. Come out here, and we'll flatten out a good portion of the land. Like I said, you don't want to, once it starts getting too hilly, like if it starts producing like a big cliff, like you see right here, this is a tiny little slope. If you pay, it's not bad yet, but if you start getting too high and it starts, making too much of a cliff, see, it's getting deeper over here. You start realizing, all right, I need to stop right there. We don't want to go too much further. If we start going too much further, it's going to be too steep. You won't be able to smoothen it out good enough to drive on. So we're going to stop right there. We're not going to go any further past that. We'll start coming back this way with it. And kind of the same thing back here. Is just keep going as far as it'll let you go. Get it as flat as it'll let you get it. Until you start realizing that might be too much of a slope. See, now it's going too high over this way. So what we're going to want to do, I actually went further than I needed to right there. you're gonna want to do over here about that little slope right there. See, that's too much. I messed up. We're gonna make this smaller. We're gonna flatten back down right here. We're gonna try to go about halfway with it. Just go a little bit, kind of halfway. Mess around with it halfway. Try to slope it back downwards as much as we can. Slope that back down, we'll be all right. And then we can smoothen it all out. If you build it into like levels right here, and then smoothing it out, it ends up not, you know, looking nearly as bad as it is. So just slope it out and, you know, throughout the areas here. And then you're going to see the finished product right here. We're going to go over to soften. We're going to make that the biggest it can get and the strongest with the soften tool. And we're going to smoothen it out already. Look at it. Already all those little edges went away. It'll be smooth enough to drive on like butter. Okay, maybe not like butter, but good enough. Good enough to still look pretty. But that's all we're worried about. We all know that you can get carried away with the terrain tool and really jack up some ground. So you just want to be, easy with it. Treat it like a baby. Because it is. Let's go check that out. Let's make sure we didn't butcher it too bad. So here we are, the level ground. Obviously, this is a little bit, you know, bumpy right there, too steep. We're going to do the same thing with this. Except this isn't too steep to where we couldn't soften this. We're not going to have to level this out and then soften it. We're just going to soften it. That's normally what I do. Every time I flatten the ground, I go around the edges of what I flattened and I soften everything out. So we just want to walk around this area, make sure everything got flattened, but also make sure none of these edges are too bad. Y'all see this area out here? Does that not look natural? Freaking gorgeous. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button for me if you find any of this useful. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of impressed. I just impressed myself with that. I didn't expect it to be this smooth. That's as good as it could have gotten in that corner. So we basically do the same thing with the rest of that. So let's, but first, I like to place the buildings normally before I smoothen all that out. So let's go ahead and get the silo placed. Find the silo that we want to use. I have a lot of them, man. I got us plenty of choices. Plenty of choices. So, that's a big silo. I don't like those. I want to use those. Basic. Just basic. This is the current one we're using in my save. It's freaking massive. We don't want to do that one. What do we want to do? That's something different. We haven't used this one before. Regular old grain silo. We could use that. All right, so here's the main entrance to the farm. We're going to have to open up that fence a little bit for some of our bigger equipment, but this area is going to work. So we're going to center this right here. That's where we're going to put the silo. We're going to build the farm around that. Farm's going to go up around that. So what we're going to do, we're going to come over here, go to painting. We're going to go ahead and build the road coming in. Dirt. Make that bigger. Change it to a circle. And I normally prefer dirt pads for my farms. I like dirt more than I do concrete. You know, you're carrying all this big equipment in and out of your farm. It's not gonna be, you know, you're not normally gonna have concrete. I mean, I guess you could, but not for me. Not on my farm. And these roads, another thing to keep in mind, anytime you're building a road, guys, you don't need it to look perfect. The imperfections are what make it look natural. You don't want straight lines. You don't want it to be perfect everywhere. You want to leave imperfections to make it look Perfect. If that makes any sense. You want the imperfections to be there. All right, we're going to want a little side road to come around here. There we go. Just do that right there. See, right now you're thinking, all right, this is looking dumb, but just wait. We're not done either. This is just the beginning. Okay. We got that done. Go ahead and, whoops. Let's go ahead and place a couple of buildings. Sheds. What kind of sheds do we want to roll with? We have farmhouses too. We're going to put our farmhouses on here. I told you I went and installed a bunch of mods for this video. So we have plenty of options. I really like these. They come with some bright lights around them. I like these modern sheds. I wish this was a pull through, but it's not. Okay, so let's roll with these. I wonder, can you change the color of them? You can. Look at that. What color do we roll with? Used to love growing with blue. Let's just keep them regular looking. Let's keep them bright white. Keep them looking natural. Natural. Come over here. I really need somewhere else to put it. Put it out here. There's that. Put this right there too. Okay, so there's some parking shelters. We're not done though. Are not done. We're gonna place a cow barn too. This is gonna be it's probably honestly it's gonna be a long video. That looks like. Yeah, I like it. I want to place a little area for us to wash our vehicles. We might need a bigger shed than that. Things are small. It has to be a pull-through shed. Guess we'll have to use that one. Place that right there. This will be where we wash our equipment. So let's go ahead and go over here to tools. Place down some pressure washers at every corner. All right, we'll fix the ground up later. We got a lot of painting done. Sometimes we do most of that towards the end. But already, I mean, look at what we've done already. This was nothing, and now it's becoming something. You're thinking this is crazy, but it's not done. It's all farm building. I do my best work whenever I know what I need as I need it. Sometimes, you know, it can be rough starting from scratch, but it's the purpose of the video. So we've got the silo place, but that's not all we need. We still need bale storages. We still need root crop storage. That we need to be able to access on both ends. Place that right there. That's seed and fertilizer storage. Get that. right here between the buildings. Okay. Refill tanks. I like to place these on the entrance or exit of a farm. So seeds, put out here. Solid fertilizer, out here. Liquid fertilizer, out here. And herbicide, right there. What we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and just fix the ground right there where those are, because since it was on a downhill slope, it did mess with the ground a little bit. So we're just going to soften that whole area right there. It'll kind of fix the ground where those things got placed down. The way they're not too jacked up. Double check on that. See? Look at that. Just like that. Now, as you're leaving the farm, you can buy your refill tanks. Get your product you need. Okay, construction again. Demolish. What I want to do, I want to open up this gate just a little bit. I'm going to be coming through with some big equipment at some point, so open that up. We've got a few buildings for vehicle storage. We've got root crop storage. We've got refill tanks. We've got a wash bay over here. We're not done, and we're definitely going to have more vehicle storage than that unless this is a small farm. We're going to be putting animals over here. Okay? So let's go ahead and work on that, and then we'll work on combining the two. We're going to have more storage over here as well. Find the best area to get level. Honestly, I think we should level it with on. So let's go to level. I think right here, where we should do it. We level all of this area out. And we'll just, not worry about the ground being too steep, because we need a lot of space. What we're going to do, we're going to level this out, and to make this ground look okay, we'll go back later. Come back in here later, and we'll do what I did earlier. We'll just slope it slowly down with different levels, and then we will smoothen it out. Go to the soften tool, we'll soften it out. But for now we need a big area out here, and this is actually the same area that I've built my farm for my other animals. Hey, look at that. How close is that to being level with each other? Kind of works out right there. That's almost perfect. Okay, so that's I like how that worked out. It almost levels out with the other half of the farm. It makes these outer edges look a little jacked up, but that's going to be... It'll look normal later when we're done with it. Right now, we just don't worry about these areas. Come back and fix those towards the end of building the farm. Flattening everything just really helps the ground. Right now, the ground looks jacked up, okay? But whenever we're done, it won't. And placing buildings and placeable items and anything placeable on ground that's not level can make that ground really hard to repair. If I placed this shed on a ground that wasn't level and then I tried smoothing it out, it's going to lower the ground. And then these poles at the end back here, they'll be floating in the air. So I like to level the ground before I place placeables. That's why I do that. Come over here, animals, find a good cow barn. Might roll with a different cow barn than what we did use on than what I'm using on my other save. But then again, this is a more modern looking farm with these modern sheds over there. Maybe I should go with the regular in-game. Put the regular in-game right here. That's probably what I'm going to do. So let's do that. I don't like to use auto feed systems. I like to make the TMR myself. So we're going to place this, get this cow barn placed. Place them right there. This is a lot like how the my current it's starting to get laid out a lot like my current save that I do on my live stream. But this other half, I didn't do this. I haven't built this area yet. So we've got that. What do you need for cows? You need TMR. We go to productions. I have a TMR production building. We will find that right there, cow feed mixer. And now we need somewhere to place this. Trying to think where might be a good place. Place it right there. Kind of a random spot, but okay. Next, we need bunker silos. I like to compact the silage instead of using placeable fermenters. So we go back over here to silos, place down the bunker silos. Always have to use large ones. We'll roll with medium ones for now. Put these this way. Honestly, I don't like them. I did this the other day too. I don't like those. We have to go with the large ones. I do massive cow farms on my streams. I like to have hundreds and hundreds of cows, and we make a massive operation out of it. So now we've got those. Let's go back to buildings. We're gonna need a couple of vehicles for our cows and the silage fermenting process, all of that. So what I like to do, I like to take sheds. What I'll normally do is I'll just take these sheds over here. These are actually in-game sheds. And I will turn them and lay them perfectly straight with the bunker silo right here, just like this. And bam. But you got vehicle storage and you didn't take up any extra space to do it. And I'll just put these inside of each other, so it's not sticking out over the edge. It's like one big shed. Then, if we want to, we could do it on the other side. I think we're going to have enough space. We won't need to do that on the other side. What we'll do next, we need bale storage. And we can actually place the bale storage on the other side of the silos. I'd rather not, though. Put the bale storage over here. Grass bales. Hay bales. Straw bales. And I'm over here with this one. Silage bales. So there's all your bale storage. We've got bale storage. We've got cows. We've got silage bunkers. We've got storage for some of our vehicles for the animals. We've got TMR mixer. And then our main farm storage is over here. So it's coming along. It's not even close to done. Next, we have in-ground liquid manure tanks. We don't want to use those. Not for this. We use this one. This one is smaller. It'll fit a lot better. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place this right here. Then what I'm going to do, we have to go over here. And we have to find a... manure, solid manure storage right here. I like to put it right. Guess we can turn it sideways as well. Turn it that way. Put that right there. That'll work. Landscaping. Let's level this out a little bit more because now we're gonna have to build a road that goes around that. The road's gonna have to be able to go through here. So we're gonna flatten all of this out here so that we can get around there. Okay. All of that's done. Let's go ahead and work on the roads now. This will really bring together this farm. And honestly, there's so much more we could do, but on the account of me not making this a 3-hour video, we will try to keep it fairly simple and build a lot of the basics of a farm. Let's bring out the dirt. And carry on. We want that to be dirt, obviously. The big question is, do we make all of this just open? I think we do. Is there really any other way to do it? Up in the sky, all those trees are still there. So we'll just we'll paint this whole area right here, and we'll come back and we'll add in little details afterwards. I don't normally do this. I normally leave it all kind of like I leave some sort of a like a road to the farm. And now that I'm doing it this way, I don't know that I like it. I don't know that I like it. A lot to figure out about that. Also, I noticed the ground is still, I forgot, we never did come back and soften all of this. All the way around the edge where we flattened it out. We need to soften. We already softened this area. Soften this edge all the way. Around. All right. So the edge is still a little bit too, not great, but we can work around that. If we were done with the farm, we could just drive around here and cut all this grass up here. Put a fence around this edge if we wanted to. Not going to worry about doing that though. Let's just continue getting the road painted. That's a big part of the farm. Important part of the farm as well. There's another entrance to the farm over here. It's gated in, so we're going to have to, we're gonna have to paint an entrance to this part of the farm as well. So come over here. We're gonna let this part of the farm curve around to the left over here. It can drive right here. I think I'm using a tool that's too big, making it not look that great. That is. Leave this area as dirt right there. Right there. Here we'll go ahead and fix all of these the way we want these to be. Get all of that done. Yeah. I'm struggling to see where this farm is coming together at. But this right here, I don't know why. Something about this area is clicking for me. Liking it. And I think this is a big part of what really messed me up. I'm gonna undo this area. I'm gonna fix that. We gotta repaint all that. That's not working for me. It looks like crap. Big open sand areas, big open dirt areas, just open like that. It doesn't work for me. So, clear it out. Back to grass on all of that. At least, we can leave the dirt that's right in front of the buildings. Obviously, we're going to put that back. But we got to figure something else out for this area. I just don't like that. Okay, so we're starting back from scratch in this area. Don't like how that was looking. So back to dirt. So here's what we can do. I'm going to go around the edges of this building. Paint dirt. Because that should be dirt. Because I'm not doing an asphalt farm. I think we should combine these two areas. We got two buildings in these areas. Combine them together. Put dirt out here between these. These are little details that you don't think will make any difference, but they do. They do with a completed farm. So now the question is, how do we connect all of this without making it a big area and it's still looking good and natural? Obviously, we're going to put a little bit of area in here in front of this shed. We're going to put, you got to have area to drive around. So once we do that, what we'll do, I still feel like maybe we should connect this directly to the silo. Still feel like we should do that. And then this should continue to wrap around here. Go right there. Where it can also pick up a load from this silo. What we'll do, I got to figure out how are we going to connect this side. This side is where you unload. Obviously, we would have a little bit more space out here for you to unload. So we'll put that area right there. Feel like this area right here, man. Guess we just need to do that right there. Okay, so that works. Okay. Round. What? Do that. Do that in an open area. Make a road. Right. That'll work. Need to widen this one. Did that. Make it look a little bit more right. I think we should put grass right here. Isn't an area that's going to be driven in much. Okay. This needs to connect to that. We're just not going to make it lead into the driveway. We'll let it turn into the driveway. Leading it in caused it to look too open. Okay. And then the same with this. We just need to connect this also in a way that fits. So let's extend this. That's a big garage. Okay. Extend it. And we'll just extend it right into the road. Corner of this right here can connect. That don't look bad. It looks a little jacked up right now, but what we're gonna do, that area is gonna connect. That area is gonna connect. Not bad. All right. What we're gonna do, we're gonna plant trees. This is how you fill in that ugly area, like, right? It's about to. All right, plants. Now we'll plant grass all out here. And just like this. Finishing touches. Y'all, this whole entire video, y'all sons of guns been thinking, this man don't know what he's doing. And I really didn't. But it's coming together. Honestly, anybody can build a farm, man. A lot of people think it's super hard. They'll be in my streams, you know, people will come in my streams wanting me to build a farm for them. It's like, really not that much to it. Not a whole lot to it. I put something as simple as putting grass in all of these open areas puts so much more detail on this farm. And sometimes I like to put them like right up around the edges of the stuff as well. Right up here in the edges, in between the cracks of the silo. Wherever it'll let you put it, put it. Because that right there makes a big difference in a good looking farm. All right, and we still got a lot more to go. Painting, and planting, and some of this stuff is some of the most detailed part of building a farm, and it's what takes the longest. What we'll do, we'll come over here, we'll put dirt under these. Let's put, that's not 90 degrees, so have to. Like that. And then for grass. For grass. Grass around the back edge. This is another part where sometimes put some grass around the building as well. Don't get right up against the building, so tiny little details like that can help make it look good as well. What we'll do, finish planting this grass, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Take this grass right here, make this as small as you can make it, coming along the edges of this building, just little spots here and there. It doesn't have to be everywhere. Even like right here in the middle of these doors, you know, you're not driving in these areas that much, so grass around this area. Some grass out there. Little patches here and there. Make imperfections on purpose so that it looks good. Like that. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll come over here and take grass, paint instead of actually planting it. I'll throw in some like pathway markers on areas that are clearly paths. Then go back and throw grass in those spots. Then we'll go plants. Told y'all there's a lot more that goes into this stuff. Put grass in these spots. Final touches. In areas like this out here, we'll come over here, get animal mud, just because it makes it looks like wet mud, like wet dirt. And what we do out here, go to painting and find animal mud, which is right here. And what I like to do is I just random spots, like I don't even pay attention. I'll just hold the button down and just throw it everywhere. See, this is our wash bay area, so like it's gonna be muddy. Your vehicle's gonna be pulling out of here muddy and wet, so makes it look muddy up here. Although it is animal mud, but it you know, you don't want it to look perfect out here because it's a nasty area under there. You're washing, you know, equipment off over there. That's mud. So that, and then we'll do the same thing in this area. First, we still have more road to paint right here. We need to paint the areas going into these bunker silos. Do that real fast. The good thing about these bunker silos is they actually were centered 90 degrees, so those won't be too much of an issue. Got a steady hand today, it looks like. These right here. Okay. I'm gonna change this back to round. Trying to think about how we can do this. So there's part of it wants to go that way, and I know we're gonna want it to. So, you know what? That's actually perfect. I accidentally did that, but that works. Just leave the grass middle right there. That worked out. We'll do that right there. Back to painting and go to dirt. And we want this to go around here. Rid of all the concrete out here. All right. Right there. Here, yes. Out in front of these. Right there. And then we plant grass where that needs it. We're getting close to done. It's taking us a lot longer than I thought it would, but a good farm takes a lot of time. I could keep going on and adding to this all day long. We add the grass back to all of this area that is missing it. There. Just want to remind everyone watching this video to make sure that you do hit the thumbs up button on this video if you like it. Make sure you subscribe as well if you're not subscribed. I'll be doing more of these videos. I also do daily live streams over here on YouTube as well, usually later at night around 10 p.m. Eastern. And I also do daily live streams on Facebook. I'm a partnered streamer on Facebook Gaming. For those of y'all who don't know, name is Prestige on FB over on Facebook, or just Prestige. You can find me. I do farming simulator streams on Facebook, farming simulator streams over here as well. We also do other games like American Truck Sim on Facebook. But hey, come hang out with us. We've got a great community. We'd love for you to be a part of it. You can watch us do some of this stuff live. Looks like we still have some of this area over here that is not dirt. Fix that right here. All right. More grass. And almost back to normal for most of this area. All right. I feel like there's so many things I'm missing, but this is the finished product, guys. Like I said, I know we could add way more to this farm. We could add more trees. You know what? I want to add more trees now. I just said that. We're adding more trees. We're not done yet. Tricked you. All right. Trees. You gotta have some good trees on your farm. Just random trees everywhere. Never hurt nobody. And then if we wanted to, we could add bushes all back here. Find these shelters area that wouldn't get driven around much, so add a bunch of bushes back there. See, there's so many little details to a farm that you can just keep going. Make an area look good. All right, just now we're done. Now we're done. That's the farm. A higher up view of it, and like I said, we still have a lot of open land back there. If you look at it, we have a lot that we could do. But that is the farm. Man, I didn't know where I was going with it at first, but once it came together, man, it came together. This is looking good. I'm happy with how this turned out. So we got the farm entrance here. This is Griffin, Indiana. That is the farm. The tree that you see in the middle there, it's actually not there. It's trees we knocked down, but oh man. Silos, storage, bale storage here, cow barn back here, liquid manure, solid manure, bunker silos, TMR mixer, another farm entrance over here that leads to another farm across the road in which we could do much more with. And maybe one day we'll continue to add on to this and add another YouTube video to this series. But for now, that is it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's been incredible. It's been a lot of fun. Oops, that's not supposed to pop up there. Or that. Don't follow me on Facebook. Through Facebook. Follow me on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. So many ways, guys, that you can support this channel. That's the one you should listen to. Subscribe, like this video, drop a comment. Let me know what map you want to see us play next. I hope y'all enjoyed this as much as I did. It's been fun. Stay tuned for the next one. See you guys on the next live stream.